Hello YouTubers. Well, any of you that have seen my videos know that I do quite a bit of work over a variety of products, and from time to time I need to make notations or do something to one of the items that I'm showing as an example or whatever. So what I have done is I've gotten a Wacom tablet that allows me on my desktop computer to change things, to draw, etc. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to use it on Photoshop, and I'm going to use it on some of my photographs and my videos and the websites, etc. So sit back and see what you think. Hello YouTubers. Today's video is going to be about Wacom. I'll pronounce it Wacom, the Intuos, and I have the medium size and Bluetooth. So I'm going to use it on my desktop PC, and I'm going to use it with Photoshop. I'm going to use it with some web work I do. I'm going to use it with documents. So I have a series of things that I do work on that this would be a big help. So this is a tablet, as you can see. It comes with a pen and allows you to input into your desktop device. And I may also use it on, I have a Surface tablet. I may use it on that. So here it is. And it says there's 3 bonus softwares. I'll let you see me set it up, and we'll see what we're going to go ahead and use it with. And again, I showed you Bluetooth, and it's the medium size, and it's a tablet, as you could see. And I got it on Amazon for $145, and it was cheaper than the regular price because it was a pistachio color. And if I remember right, not much of this has the color. So anyway, the price reduction was really just due to the color. So not much more to be said about the packaging or anything here. Let's see what we've got inside, and we'll go from there. All right, so I just opened it up on the side here. And here we go. So as you can see here, you can see the grid that's on it. That helps when you do an input. The pistachio is the color around the edge here. So as you can see, and again, it doesn't bother me that it's got that color. And here's a little tab. Let's see what that does. And that lifts up the tablet. So we'll do this first. So here it is, extremely light. I mean, this is absolutely light as could be, and I guess there's actually not a whole lot inside of this. I see a power button here, and there's some other buttons that we'll talk about as we go to set it up. It's got a little Wacom here on top that has a loop in it, so you're able to use that loop, I'm sure, to put the pen in. And here is a USB, I believe it's a micro. I think that's a USB micro port here on the back, and that would be for charging or plugging in, whichever you would rather do. Next, I'm going to take out, here is the plug, so this will confirm to me what it is, and it is a USB micro. It's a rubber plug. I'll leave that over there. Next, take out the pen. All right, there's the pen. Pen looks like it's easy to use. It feels very like rubber here. There's some buttons here. There's 2 buttons specifically. Hopefully those are for some applications. You can see the pen tip there, and it looks like it unscrews, and it's got more tips inside here that you could see. So there's a tip in it. So I'm going to put this back, screw it back in. So there we go, we've got that. So we have our setup guide here. So this is everything. So there it is in all its glory. And let's go ahead and let's set it up and let's get the software. Well, here we go. I'm just going to follow the instructions that were already on the page. And the first instruction I had was to plug the Wacom Intuos into using USB, and that's just what I did. And hopefully you could see that it has lit up, and there it is. Let me go and see. The next step is download and install driver is next. Here we go. We're going to download the software first, so that's where we're headed right now. So I'm going to go to wacom.com/start/Intuos. Let's see if that's what does it. And here we go. Follow the steps below to set up your... I'm now going to change from Wacom to Wacom, which is what I've heard is the right way to say it. So let me go here. It says plug the USB cable into your tablet. So now that I have it plugged in, step 2, as you can see here, is download and install driver. So I have a Windows machine here. So I've clicked on Windows, and you can see up here the software is downloading, and it's 108 megabytes. Accept that, and it's already installing, so we'll see what it installs. The actual Wacom tablet still has a white light that just blinked. Here we go. It says success. The pen tablet driver files copied. Alright, I am back. I have set up an account now with Wacom. So I do have an account. I'm going to log into the account. It's been all set up. And I need to do that in order to download and get my software. So, and I'm using a Windows 11 computer. So I'm going to log in. So I'm now logged into my account, and it says to go to my account, register, and download the software. And now I need to register, connect to power or connect to your computer. I have done that with a USB connection. Download and install driver. I have not done that yet. Oh, I take that back. I did download. I'm not sure it's installed. And follow the instructions. So let me open this up. So I'm going to open up the Wacom software. You can see it here on the bottom. Problem checking for updates. Try again. This isn't good. Alright, I am now here on how to add my Wacom device, and you can see my nice pistachio color here. So let's see how we register it, and this is not going to help. Let me see if I can add a device, and I'm going to push the center button on the Wacom, and I did. I'm going to do add a device, and it's a Bluetooth device. Alright, I'm going to see if I can add this Bluetooth device, the Wacom. I should mention to you that I did have to charge immediately the tablet, so just remember that you should charge it. So I'm going to do add a device, and here I go, and it's going to be a Bluetooth device. I'm pressing the center button on the Wacom tablet, and lo and behold, what popped up, there it is. And it is connecting, and it is connected. Done. So that's great. So let's go back here, and let me see if I could find my device now. So manage my devices, open the Wacom Center. I guess I'm going to try to do it here. I am back, and here we are on the Wacom Center. You see up here, it shows my device now, so my device has been all registered, and now I can go ahead and do some pen settings. So when I rebooted the computer, all I did was press the Bluetooth button, and frankly in less than 3 seconds it went ahead and did that and connected. So let me go ahead and see if I can get these software offers and see what they are. I'm going to use it with Photoshop, but anyway, we'll see in the meantime. So my device was not registered. Now it is, and all I had to do was click. I went here to Devices Manager and clicked it, and I don't have it plugged in. I actually am using Bluetooth. Go to Software Offers, and here they all are. I'm not sure if we're going to use any of these, but let's see. Yeah, I'll come back to this. But I do want to run the setup wizard, so let's do that. So the first thing, let me get the pen out. You won't be able to see me with the pen, and I'm sorry, I don't have a second camera. So the first thing it wants me to do is hover the pen over the surface and move the cursor. There we go. You can see it moving. Tap the pen tip to the surface to click. I'm going to go right here and I click, and it worked. Use the express keys to trigger favorite keyboard shortcuts. Okay. So let me go back here. It's not smooth right now, but maybe it will be once I learn how to use it. Trigger different functions by pressing. There's 2 buttons on the pen, by the way, and you can see them here. Pen mapping. Place the pen on the top right corner of the tablet's active area. Express key settings. Customize. All right, so battery, you could see, is 100%. See that there? I'm moving the cursor now a little bit better with the pen. The express keys, Shift, Alt, Windows key, and Control. Control, Alt, Shift is there. So let me just see what the different modifiers are. Let's take a look here. There's a bunch. Alright, so I'm going to do this later, but you can see I could set it up to run a very specific application if I want to, and I go here to Browse, and I could look at my different programs, and I could find the one that I want, which is probably here. Okay, so I'm going to leave the express keys as is for now. I'm sure I'll change. I'm going to change it once I get used to using this, so right now I'll just leave it on there. Let's look at the options. Pen button mode, hover, click, click and tap, pressure. So I'll do this in a review later on after I use this for a while and show you this. Pen settings, let's take a look at those settings on the pen. There's 2 buttons if you remember. This button is, the top button is right click and the left is scroll, and again I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll use the full screen. If I was using 2 screens, I would do it differently, I think. Tablet area full. So it's everything on the tablet area. So that is it for now for my setup. Let me give you my summary of the Wacom tablet, and here it is again, my pistachio colored one. I'll go through it pretty quickly for you. The packaging to me was very difficult. It was very, very tightly packed. It was hard to get things open and out. I've seen some other videos, and this could just be me, but I found it to be difficult. I wasn't impressed with it. There's a pen holder here. Don't do it. It's almost impossible to get the pen physically in and out of it, so just leave it on the button tray. But I mean, if you figure it out and do better than me, then have at it. The buttons on the pen, the two buttons on the pen, and the buttons that are here on the tablet, I wound up not using them at all. It's obviously a personal preference, but I didn't find any use for those. The setup was not easy. I had difficulty with a lot of simple things on even the registration, the downloads for the drivers, etc. The initial connection to Bluetooth. Since then, it's been absolutely perfect. So those are the things that didn't go so well. I'm beginning to learn how to use it, how to write on it, how to move the pen around, all those things that are really different, because it's hard to physically look at this and write on it, and at the same time it's going on your screen. So it does take a little time, so you need some practice to do that. I've used it on some photos in Photoshop to touch up and to change some things. I've used it on some PDF documents to sign, to highlight, things like that. So I've started to use it just a little bit more and more, and I find some uses for it. At the end of the day, I probably, thinking back, would not have bought this. I don't think I'm going to have enough uses for it. Frankly, I would have been happy if I used a laptop with a touch screen and a pen, maybe. But anyway, I don't, because I have a large desktop with a very large monitor that's not touch screen. So as time goes by, I'll see how I like it. But this is where I am right now. I think it's built well, by the way. Feels really well built, both the pen and the tablet. So it's probably a good product. It's not something I really needed when I look back on it now.